time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear.
Okay, sisters, let's recite the pledge.
Chiro Beta, you know you wanna date a Chiro Beta, big heaping statement plate a Chiro Beta.
All right, ladies, as we know, Sister Megan from Nationals is coming in today to give us a little seminar on how we as a sorority can better assimilate to our fraternity counterparts to create a more cohesive Greek experience here on campus. Now welcoming Sister Megan!
All right, you two top tours, line up and welcome to hell. Ladies, this is not the pregame. I've been informed this chapter has been making every frat boy on campus dry heave when you talk to them, so we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna drill into your brainwashed, scrunchy-ridden brains how to talk to frat boys. You will cry, claws. You will bleed, natty daddies. And you will sweat, bush. But by the end of this, you will speak frat.
But Sister Megan, rosé all day.
Excuse me? Do you hear frat brothers calling each other Brother Chris, Brother Tom?
No.
Do you?
No, sir.
No, bruh. You will refer to me as bruh and only bruh. Do you comprehend pledges?
But we got initiated last week.
In a fraternity, everyone is a pledge, no exceptions.
Bruh, yes, bruh.
And you refer to your friends and sisters solely as your dogs, bros, boas, slimes, and most of all, boys. Now, let me ask you. Me? What do frat boys want to talk about?
Sports! I mean balls! Sports balls! Stupid!
Holy shit, moving on with that. Hey, she needs some help. Somebody call her Peg.
You Dutchman, you disgusting.
Jesus. Now, can anybody tell me what Sister Dumbass McGee did wrong?
Bruh? Yes, bruh.
Go ahead, Megan.
The mention of sports balls is an immediate turn-off, bruh.
Okay, hotshot. Why?
Frat boys can only handle one topic at once. The combination of a sports and a balls is an immediate turn-off, bruh.
She bit off more than she could chew.
Wait.
Never chew.
Oh! Oh! Am I supposed to be impressed by that? Every sorority girl with a hydro flask and low self-esteem learned that in kindergarten. Now, how do we approach a frat boy at a party?
We don't?
They come to us.
Do they?
Not since we've been keeping our shirts on.
Oh, you disgust me. The old tantalizing titty trap is obsolete. Frat boys want more now. They want you to work for it. The manscape is changing, ladies. Don't be on the wrong side of history.
But what do boys really want?
Greta knows! Greta has been enlightened!
You gave her a bit again?
What boys really want is meaningful conversations and emotional connections on a much deeper level.
Hold up. Real talk? Dead ass though? She's right.
Charlotte, don't panic.
Don't panic! She's not moving, Tyler! She's not fucking breathing! Don't tell me not to panic! We have to call the police.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? I cannot blow a point of weight right now. Besides, you're an accomplice in this too. You're worried about college? You can forget about college. We're talking jail time. Serious jail time.
But what are you supposed to do then, Tyler? We can't just leave her here.
Look, we can't be more than a quarter mile from the lake. I know it's not ideal, but we throw some rocks on her body and no one will find out.
But, okay, but what about after that? We're just supposed to live with ourselves? What if she had a family, Tyler? This blood is on our hands.
Well, we'll figure it out later, but for now, clean this up. I'll grab the body and put it in the trunk.
Bounty. For life's toughest messes, choose Bounty.
If you ain't dirty, you ain't here to party. Ladies, move. Gentlemen, move. Somebody ring the alarm.
Once again, thank you all for coming out to make a report. It's very brave of you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, now would any of you like to describe the assailant?
Well, he was sort of like tall.
Yeah, but not too tall.
Okay, any rough estimates, like tall and 6'2"?
Maybe, but it wasn't like an intimidating height or anything.
Yeah, just like very self-assured.
Maybe it wasn't that he was tall, but like he had this sort of like confident energy.
Okay, well, for the purposes of this report and for our sketch artist, Richie's here, let's just call him even 6 foot.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now are there any other defining characteristics?
Oh, he had a dirty blonde hair.
Sort of like Chris Hemsworth, like?
Ooh, or maybe like a younger Robert Redford.
No, I think like early 2000s Brad Pitt, because he had the facial hair.
Mid-90s.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay, so I take it this criminal was attractive.
Attractive doesn't quite capture it.
Sort of more like self-assured.
Yeah, definitely self-assured, very like BDE.
He had this sort of half smile that his right side of his mouth would curl up.
I'm sorry, but we're still talking about the man who you all report robbed you at knife point, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there anything else? Like, do you remember what he sounded like?
Yeah. Sort of like a gruff Denzel.
On the nose, yeah.
He said the funniest thing. No, you had to be there.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but this is the man who you report stabbed you multiple times in the abdomen, correct?
Sometimes we hurt the ones we love. Arsenio taught me that.
Wait, Arsenio? Is that the perp's name, Arsenio?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Richie, this is huge. Radio the Chief told me we got a first name on the Soho staff.
To me, he was at least.
God damn it!
For me, he was more of a Broderick.
Ooh, or maybe like a Juan Pablo.
Can any of you tell me literally anything definitive about this guy?
Oh, he also had a scar going down his left cheek.
Was this a physical scar or an emotional scar from some made-up backstory you've randomly assigned this character?
Never mind.
Look, I understand you all have some sort of weird connection to this guy, but it's my job to protect this city, and right now, there's this highly dangerous, unstable criminal terrorizing potentially this very neighborhood. Do you think?
Look okay?
God damn it!
Chief, I've got a preliminary sketch.
Sure, let me see him. Oh, no, yeah, I see it.
Can I get a copy of that?
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you.
Hey, yo, Shotty, holla at me.
Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause it ain't no holler back, girl, ain't no holler back, girl.
You expect me to believe that? You expect me to believe that bullshit?
I do expect you to believe me, John. I do expect you to take my side just for once.
Take your side? I moved to Chicago for you. I left my career. I left my daughter. I changed my whole life for you, Lillian, and you want me to take your side?
What about our daughter? What about Ellie? You want her to grow up a child of divorce because of some preconceived notions you had of me from 8 years ago?
I'd rather that than have her grow up with you as a mother. I didn't mean it.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
I didn't mean it.
Get out. Mommy? Is everything okay?
Yes, sweetie, everything's fine. Go back to bed.
Where's Daddy?
Daddy went to the store. He'll be right back. Just go back to bed, sweetie.
Okay. Good night, Mommy.
Good night, sweetie.
Bounty. For life's toughest messes, choose Bounty. Hey dude, you almost ready to go?
Yeah, I just gotta gas up my car and then we can hit the road.
Alright.
How you feeling, man? Oh, don't be like that. You got this.
I don't know, Nick. I'm not sure if I'm feeling up to it this time.
Par, you're always up for it. Who drove to Salt Lake City? My dad was too cheap to buy a third plane ticket.
I did.
And who helped me get my V-card swiped by Mackenzie McCarthy in the parking lot of our high school basketball game?
I did. And who helped you hide after you spilled spaghetti sauce on her bra the very next day?
You did, but we don't talk about that. But more importantly, who's my car?
I'm your car.
Who's my car?
I'm your car.
All right, ready to go.
Sweet, let's hit the road.
All right, and welcome to Learn How to Save a Life CPR class. My name is Dr. Doctor. It's not my real name, but if you do call me it, I will respond with, got a fat case of loving you. Why can't we love each other? It's a thinker. Okay. All right, let's go around and start introducing ourselves. First on the list is, Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth.
Okay, sweetie, let's not shorten our name for the man. Did you think your ancestors' toil was short and sweet?
It's all of 10 letters, and I'm Canadian.
Okay, all right, Elizabeth. I love your voice, I do, but chat don't pay. So let's move on to the first activity. Let's just all get to know each other a little bit. You, sir, why are you here at CPR?
Hi, I'm Stan. I'm actually here because I strangled a guy after he didn't say thank you when I gave him life-saving CPR. Hope you're happy, Larry!
OMG, you killed him?
What? No, I just know he lives somewhere in this building.
Okay, well, I'm here because I'm pretty much perfect. I rescue and shelter bees in the winter. I started the protest against ice fishing, and I created this app that lets you swap pets with people for the weekend. Woof Meringue, you've heard of it. It's pretty pop.
Well, I don't have apps, low storage. Someone pay for my upgrade? Okay, in that case, well, let's start our first activity. You, sir, may I use you as an example?
Sure, whatever, sure.
All right, so when you're first about to conduct CPR, you need to make sure that you clear the premises so that you two are not in danger of being assaulted. Next, you ask your friend or family or coworker, whoever, if they need help, and if they respond with this, then you ask them to lift their arms up, and you give them a big, hard hug, so they spell whatever bad comes out.
Is that seriously it?
Well, if that doesn't work, then you can also tickle the bad out of them, and that should also produce the same result.
Which is...
CPR. You captured a personal relationship.
What the fuck? I love you, man.
Oh no! I spilled wine all over the floor, and my girlfriends are gonna be here any minute. Luckily, I brought Bounty paper towels. Bounty paper towels are the only paper towel absorbent enough to clean up any mess, no matter what size.
Bounty. For life's toughest messes, choose Bounty.
Oh, cool.
Is this a kissing booth?
No.
It says kissing booth right there on the sign. Oh, a no kissing booth. That's a weird thing to have on the side of the road.
No kissing.
No kissing.
I'm not kissing anyone.
No kissing, Jared.
What? There's no one even here.
No kissing, Jared.
There's no one else to even kiss here. What?
No kissing, Jared.
Huh?
No kissing, Jared.
No kissing, Jared.
No kissing, Jared.
No kissing, Jared. No kissing, Jared.
Oh, come on!
My first kiss went a little like this. And twist. And twist.
Well, my first kiss went
Navia, how goes things down at the lab?
Oh, swimmingly, my dear Barnsworth, simply swimmingly. Well, just this morning, one of the chimpanzees threw a piece of feces at my research assistant.
I say, how was that swimmingly?
Because it actually made the poor bloke smell better!
Quite good.
And what about you, fine gents? How goes things on your end?
The lads and I were just discussing how best to spend this lovely afternoon.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to do.
Oh, please do.
Please tell,
yes.
Well, I'd like to head on down to Whiteland's pub over on George. You know the one?
Oh, yes, Whiteland's pub. We know the very one.
Yes, Whiteland's pub. I'd like to head on down to Whiteland's pub and buy 2 tall pints of beer.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, how refreshing that will taste on such a warm afternoon.
Precisely. And I'd like to take those 2 pints of beer from Whiteland's pub and head on down to the nearest playground and find a small child and make him drink those 2 pints of beer as fast as humanly possible. For research, of course.
For research!
Yes, for research.
I say, I had a rather different idea.
Oh, do tell,
Please, you must share with us.
Well, you see, I've got that yacht down in the harbour.
Oh, yes, and such a beautiful boat she is.
Indeed she is, Abernathy, indeed she is. Well, I'd like to take her down and go fishing for the afternoon.
What a fine idea.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely idea.
Well, I say, Celsius, I thought you didn't much like fish.
Ah, you're right, good fellow. But I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I like to catch that fish, and I bring him up on the dock, and I let him flop around on the dock, and I watch him squirm and flop until every bit of life drains from his eyes, and then I throw him back in the water, dead. For research, of course, you know, for research. Yes. For research.
Would you like to know what I'd like to do?
Oh, yes.
Please, yes, I'm waiting.
I'd like to head on down to the shoery and buy myself a brand new pair of boots.
I say, those new brown ones with the steel toe down at Hearn's place.
Yes, those are the ones. Yes, and then I'd like to strap on my brand new boots and go on down to Cherry Park. You know the place.
Oh, yes, lovely park, yes.
Oh, that's such a lovely place, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. And then I would like to take on my brand new boots and go for a walk in that lovely little park.
Very nice.
Yes,
That sounds like a fine idea.
And stomp through all the garden plants. For research, of course.
Oh, for research, yes, for research. I mean, everything goes for research, yes.
Well, you know what I'd like to do?
Oh, please tell us. Yes, I'd love to hear.
Yes, you see, well, you remember the country home I have?
Oh, yes. What a gorgeous home that is.
Yes, and you remember my former research assistant, Rupert?
Oh,
Rupert. How's Rupert
what a
doing?
dashing young fellow. Whatever happened to Rupert?
Ah, yes, well, that's just the thing. You see, in my country home there's a basement. Now, I had taken Rupert there some months ago on the promise of a ski trip to commend him for all the hard work.
But you see, there are no mountains around for miles. I took Rupert to the top of the basement stairs, and upon opening the door, I shoved him all the way down. When he awoke, his ankles and his wrists were chained to the wall, as if he were a wild animal. And I, a scalper. On the wall opposite him, on a projector, the movie Fever Pitch played on repeat, over and over and over. What would I like to do, you ask? Well, I'd like to go over there. I'd like to change the IV bag so that Rupert can get all the nutrients that he needs. I'd like to open the basement door just to see him cry and beg for help. But most of all, I'd like to change the batteries in the projector so that Rupert can keep watching Fever Pitch forever and ever and ever. Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good. So good. So good.
For research, of course.
Why, but of course, for research!
For research! Yes, for research! Yes.
Hey, Tia, you want some more yogurt? No. Okay. No. Here comes the airplane. No.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish.
Look, all I'm saying is you could have told me what the dress code was.
Babe, it's fine. Look, here are our seats. Family's in the front row.
You know, I'm really sorry I never got the chance to meet your dad in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. You two really would have gotten along.
I mean, I guess in a way it did, because like, who didn't watch Saki Sam and his Puppet Pals growing up?
You know what? You're right. My dad always said that when he was going into the television business, he didn't want to play some character on a screen. He always said that the best educational television was one where there was no separation between the character and the person in real life.
You know, coming from a home with no central parental unit, he really played a huge part in who I became as a person.
And I'm all the more happy for it. Mwah.
Oh, it's starting.
Yeah.
You know, normally you only see an open casket at a wake, not a funeral.
Shh, they're getting started.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of our close friend, brother, father, and grandfather, known to us as Sakabe Samuel Johnson, but known to the world as Saki Sam. During his time on public television, Saki Sam taught about the world about everything from numbers to letters to even a death in the family. I have had the pleasure of knowing Saki Sam for the past 10 years or so, but the person who knows him best should have the honor of speaking on his glorious life. I present to you traveling all the way here from the right side of Saki Sam's body. Twinkly dink. Thank you, Handy Hank. I've had the pleasure of being friends with Saki Sam ever since I was stuffed into his mouth 45 years ago on the elementary school playground by his childhood bully, Tommy Hannigan. It's okay, Tommy. Saki was always happy that you brought the two of us together, regardless of the circumstances. He's just that kind of person. We were inseparable from that point onward.
What is he talking about? Of course they're inseparable. He was his right hand.
We graduated from the same high school, same university, and even temped at the same advertising office in the city before he talked to me about entering the world of public television. Twink, he said to me, "We've been blessed with a lot in this world. Great education, great jobs, full hearts and full bellies. We have an obligation to give back to the world. Address the world with open arms and welcoming hands." Or in my case, mouth. And maybe we can teach the world the same lessons that were taught to us. And that began the 45 years we spent on stage as partners. Partners in... I'm sorry, I don't know if I can keep going. Perhaps now's the time to tell the world the truth. Sakami and I weren't just friends. We were lovers!
Oh, cut down! This is not your moment! This is a celebration of his life, not a transfer of his heart!
You were always jealous of what we had! You never understood what he wanted! What he needed! Oh, you bitch! Handy Hank from the top rope! Oh, you bitch! Give me that eye! I'm taking it out! I can't!
Mom! Uncle Twink! Break it up! We need to honor Dad.
I am man, or am I a muppet? Am I a muppet?
We're 7th grade sketch comedy. Thank you guys so much for watching our first video show.
We write and perform our own original sketches like the ones you just saw, and we're having auditions next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sign up to the link below.
Last Friday night, oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna be lucky with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. There's a stranger in my bed. There's a pounding in my head. Glitter all over the room. Pink flamingos in the pool. I smell like a mini bar. DJ's passed out in the yard. Barbie's on the barbecue. This a hickey or